Value your spouse. A spouse is one who is referred to as a better half of the person or someone who is maritally engaged to another person, which means a spouse is a person's life goal, mission, and destiny partner. A spouse is someone you are married to. Why are you blessed to have a spouse? You are blessed to have a spouse to enjoy the benefits of companionship, the blessing of spending time with one another, the blessedness of reproduction and continuity, to have a family and fruits, referring to the children, for partnership, and of making a great team, building yourselves to last, for excellence, for caring for one another, especially when you are old, or at least bearing children that will take care of you together, for praying together as a form of a great weapon, and having a helpmate, a permanent friend. It's advised that homebreakers should stay away from a godly home. Where were you when that man was struggling? Or when that lady was struggling? Where were you when that man had just a pair of shoes and a pant and a shirt? When he looked stifled and rough? Now that his God-sent partner has brought the beauty in him out for everyone to see, you suddenly want to become a side chick? Where was that man when you were neglected, timid, uncared for? Now that your husband has put a lot of effort to bring the beauty out in you, he suddenly wants you to be his side chick, or he wants to be your side guy, or whatever you may call it. But to avoid such scenarios, it's time spouses learn to value themselves. Men, value your wives. Women, value your husband. Don't use hurtful words against one another. Why? Because you are supposed to be a great team. Remember how you attended countless marriage retreats, seminars, deliverances until you found her or you were found by him. Do not commonize him or her. They are your treasure of inestimable value. Suddenly, you address him as that man or that woman. Keep your home sanctified and peaceful. This will help in the upbringing of your children in a sound and godly way. It's not all about the looks, the curves, the parks. Him or her signed up to be with you forever, regardless of what you wear or faced. Don't tear down your partner or spouse with harsh words, ingratitude, complaints, yelling, and nagging. Don't let your spouse suddenly become your problem. Table everything to God in prayer. When you are old, you will take care of each other. At least you may have produced offsprings or possess resources that will sustain you both in God's love. Better still, there will be legacies behind, godly and goodly legacies produced from your godly union. Your spouse should be your best friend. Try and understand each other. If things seem to be wrong beyond control, then seek for help, guidance, or counsel, because you were configured to last. Do not hurt one another. Here are tips to help you spice up your love for each other. Put God first in your marriage. Plan special dates or outings. Always appreciate what he or she does. Put efforts to make one another better. Buy gifts for one another. It's important. Give listening ears, especially the husband. Be a good listener to your wife. Do not repeatedly make mistakes that hurt the other emotionally. And for the wives, try to be silent for a while before you speak when angry. Let your points be strategic. Iron out your issues maturely with the aim of resolving any known problem and not argumentatively to cause further arguments. Plan together. It hurts when you plan for your family with outsiders, whereas it should be with your partner. Understand that marriage is beyond feelings, emotions, or love alone. It should be built as a solid friendship with God. You do not own the other person as a mere right because you didn't create them. You have been given to one another as a gift to one another. Communicate often. It's important. Do not assume anything. Just ask. Avoid laziness for the women, and men, kindly help out with the chores. Admire your wife. Often, women love to hear how beautiful they are, how meaningful they dressed, and just how well their hairstyle made sense. For the women, gush over your husband. Don't let another do it for you. Men love to know how well they look or behave. This boosts their confidence at all times. Need I say you should add value to yourselves? Encourage one another to be happy. Learn a skill, go back to school, start a business, or get a career. Support your spouse. Don't make them regret getting married to you. Woman, help him relax when he gets back tired from a hard day at work. Not a time to accuse him of not taking proper view of your looks, nor compliment your nails or fashion. Talk with him. Men, do not turn deaf ears or forge blind eyes towards your wife's needs or frowned faces. Help one another. Yes, that's what marriage is meant for. Complementing each other, paying attention to one another. Companionship. Do you know that ignoring your spouse can tear him or her apart? Therefore, live happily with each other. Don't reverence your boss in the office above your husband. If you pressure him so much, things might turn out sour. God forbid. Where do you even start from? Be tolerant, loving, and accommodating. In conclusion, I wish you all listening to this a beautiful and successful marriage. God bless you. Wisdom quotes. The great marriages are partnerships. It can't be a great marriage without being a partnership. Helen Mirren. Your spouse is your promise that you will have a friend forever. Anonymous. Our scripture in Ecclesiastes 4 verse 12 says, "And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and the threefold cord is not easily broken."